I want to know where to start.
Right. So do you have, the three parts, right? The three questions.
Mm-hmm.
So did you each choose one of those?
I can choose number 2, but I'm like, I didn't know like how do we go about it?
How to?
So I just say I'll choose number 2.
Yeah, you just text with the group. You got that group text still?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, just text with the group. I would like to do number 2 if that's a problem. But oh, and on the prompt, um, then you just do the research. You go to WebMD, you go to Wikipedia, you go through a bunch of resources. Ideally, the .org's a little bit more than the .com, so they don't sell you anything. And you gather your information pertaining sort of to your question. Like for you, like
Okay.
how does what do you get from medicine when you go with high blood pressure? Because very
Yeah.
often the doctor's office does things these days, especially with things like high blood pressure. It's sort of not generic, but in some ways they see it all the time. So and they have such a high volume of patients they have to see. So often we just get probably a medication, maybe a little bit of a pep talk about what else to do, and then that's the end. And then you can talk about that in that respect. What does the medical doctor do with you in general with this kind of problem? and
Yeah.
and then you do
So
bullet points and a lot of pictures. That's kind of the idea here, right? So you
so
get,
that's for the assignment
yeah,
on
and
that's
so
on Canvas. Okay.
no, that's then the assignment where you to make a presentation. And ideally, you guys make it
Okay.
as a group, or you can do it individually too. It's a little bit more cohesive when we then at the end, we make one video as a group. And then it's a little nicer when everything kind of looks similar in terms of the layout of the slides or so. But it doesn't really matter that much, because what I want you to do is I want you to research on that question and then make a presentation of like 2 to 3 minutes on that question, on that topic part, high blood pressure, and what does medicine do with it. And again, 2 to 3 minutes. How many bullet points is that? 20 to 30 bullet ideas, kind of points about,
Probably.
not
Yeah.
too, so don't do like extract like the most important words out of the information. And that's why I say bullet point. And then you put a picture to it, or have one picture for a few points or so. And then when you talk about it in a video, it makes it it's not easy, but it makes it easier to just talk of what's going on, and explain
Okay.
it through a
So
picture is easier than a word.
each of the people in the group, they're going to pick a question and then basically make slides based off that question.
Yes. Make a
Okay. Makes
make a
sense.
presentation based on that question, and then we make a voiceover video at the end. And then finally everybody well, no, you don't look at all of them, but you look at a few of other people, and learn something, and also give each other some feedback of how can we make it a little better, because it's always a
Okay.
process, that kind of stuff. um
So I wouldn't have to. So on Canvas, I wouldn't have to answer 1, 2, 3, or would you like for me to answer one,
no,
two, three on Canvas?
no, just one. The group
Okay,
works
just one.
together. The group works together in terms of, I grade you individually, of course, but you work together. You don't have to
Mhm.
do all the three questions. You only pick one.
So do we submit the slideshow with this assignment or?
Yes, I think
Okay.
it's in week 10, right? That assignment. Yeah, you upload the slideshow as soon as you have some draft, because then I can give you feedback. It's
Okay.
not a final
Sounds good.
product. The draft is like, by next Sunday, I would like to see a draft. If you have something
Mm-hmm.
earlier, that's great, because it's really about finessing it. And then we have like a week or so to work on it, back and forth a little bit. Usually I give people, usually the tip is use more pictures and less words. That's usually the tip.
Okay.
And then the other thing that's nice, if you have a personal story with it, like
Mhm.
if you have a personal connection to the situation, like, I don't know,
Okay.
oneself, a parent, that this or that, then that usually makes it easier to talk about
Okay.
it, or explain it. Makes it more personable, and the audience is easier to listen to a more personable story than or it's woven in or started that way a little. one of the things that I've noticed is we got to make sure we pick the question. So maybe I wasn't fully clear on how to go about it, but make sure you all pick one of the topics. Either what is the disease that you're researching, what does medicine do would be another area of conversation, and then the third one is what can you do on your own to support the medical treatment. Make sure one of you picks one area and then does the research on that one area.